Players, pimps, trick ass hoes. Hi. I believe I got everything I need for this. This, the greatest event to ever happen. And by the greatest event to ever happen, I really just mean me playing Jackass, the video game. Really not that special. Give me one thing. Okay. Right. There was a time where everybody was happy, where the world was at peace, and Steve-O had at least 7 million in his bank. He probably still has 7 million in his bank account. He's probably doing the best of all the Jackass members. There was a time where Bam Margera was not crazy. He's not crazy now. I really should have thought through this opening. There was a time when Jackass was on top of the world. And in that time, they had many spin-off series. There was Dr. Steve-O, Viva La Bam, Bam's Unholy Union. They had video games, which is kind of weird to think about. Bam Margera's in his Jackass friends are in Tony Hawk's Underground 2. They were everywhere. It was truly crazy. It was a great time to be alive. But with the good comes the bad. And I was about years old when I found out people consider this game bad. I didn't realize people hated on this game as much as they do. And I guess I get it, because it is kind of like there's nothing. Let me preface it with this. If you're expecting a lot from a Jackass video game, that's on you. This shit has never been art. What are you gonna give a storyline? They do have a storyline, I guess. The story for the game is you know what? Let's watch the opening cutscene. I had to turn off all the music for this. This is the intro. Nope, that's not the intro. I'm trying to avoid the music. Here we go. Nope, that ain't it. I will say one of the cool things about... Oh. The videos just play for a little bit and then they stop. Did I push something or is that just... Okay, well... That might be because this is... It's original hardware. We'll put it like that. It is a PS2. This game came out for the PS2, the Xbox, I believe, the PSP, which I also have that version. It's really no different than this. And the Nintendo DS, which that game is completely different. But what I was going to get at here was the storyline is that you have injured their main cameraman, and you are now their cameraman. But it's kind of fried because you don't control the cameraman, you control the Jackass guys, and you're just kind of producing episodes alongside them. And the way it works is there's 7 episodes. And you have 5 levels per episode, and it's up to you to just get the best rating to unlock the new stuff. I've already done a couple of these. You can also pick your character. You got Steve-O, Knoxville, rest in peace, Dunn, and Chris Pontius. I forget who all's in this game, but I do know not all of them are in here, and not all of them that are in here are playable characters. Yeah, I don't think you can play as Bam in this at all, which is kind of crazy. You can play as best friend. You know what? We're gonna do done. It only feels right. So, like I said, I had to remove the the mattress. I had to remove the music from this because it is filled with copywritten material that I don't want that strike. I'm not Mr. Beast. They're not going to be lenient on me. Anywho, with all that said, give me 1 second actually. Um, I already did a couple of levels, but each level has these goals you have to achieve. Uh, okay, so um, it's I had to give this a test run, and I will say, without the music, this shit it's kind of disturbing. Like you got to think when they were filming these clips, there was probably no music. There could have been, who knows? But like right now, it's supposed to be Turbo Negro's song, "Apocalypse Dudes," if I'm not mistaken.
And this is Pachinko Precipice. All right, buddy. It's a good day to die.
Oh, that's not a good thing to say to Ryan Dunn. That's so fucked up. It's a good day to die. Okay, okay. All right. Um, so I've already got most of these goals, but fly 30 yards before the finish, that was a pretty hard one. So for the first level, he literally kicks you down the mountain, and you hit the left and right L1 and R1 buttons to navigate the boy. And this is what I mean by it's very rudimentary. It's just mini games in which you are doing dumb shit. The Jackass humor as a whole kind of absent from the shit. Oh, that was almost 30, dog. You're fucking with me. Do you think I could turn the music up a little bit, dog? Like, the sound of Ryan Dunn just pummeling down a mountain it's not sitting right with me in the year 2026. Uh-huh. Yeah. Like, it's just, ugh. How do I get this fucker to fly? It's gotta be in a Lambo, I guess. Oh, no. Look at that. Disappointing. Alright, first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna risk the copyright. 2 notches? 2 notches. I feel like 2 notches is enough, right? Let's see. Yeah. I just gotta make sure I'm talking over most of the music. Yeah. I will say, like, for a PS2 game, they were kind of they were spitting with some of the stuff. Like the cutscenes do have kind of like motion capture animation and not like rendered cutscenes with pre-rendered models and shit. Like I don't know if I'm using the right terminology in the slightest. But when you watch the cutscenes, they did look better than the average PS2 cutscene. And I guess another cool thing. Did I get it? Did I get the... Dog, I thought that said 45 yards. Man, fuck me. How do I do this? But it also like the ragdoll effects in this game. Um, I mean, they're impressive. They're impressive by PS2 standards for sure. I don't know when the earliest ragdoll was used. I feel like you could probably find ones that are like on the same level before or around this time, but I don't know shit, dog. Dog, that was almost 30. Fuck you. Uh, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Nope. It's not as easy as you would think. That's saved, right? Nice, okay. I just want to make sure I'm not playing the music so loud. I forget what game I was playing, but I was like, this will be a fun one to stream. And the whole thing got taken down because of the music in it. And I was like, oh yeah, that was a dumb oversight on my behalf. I have a lot of those. So yeah, you kind of get the point of this. I'm not going to sit here and continue to try to fly Ryan Dunn 30 miles. God knows he's done enough of that. Uh, Next, you have Rooftop Cart Stop, which is equally as did not age well for Ryan Dunn. I don't think it's. If only he did stop soon enough. You know, I gotta stop making Ryan Dunn jokes, dog. I remember when when Ryan Dunn died, dog. I cried. I cried because like I cannot tell you how much these guys fucking like raised me. Like I was so obsessed with the music. I was upset. Like the way Johnny Knoxville dressed was me to a core, dude. I have too many fucking cardigans. He beat me again. So yeah, when when Ryan Dunn died, I cried. And then I think I was in denial for maybe like a good oh, see, that's how it ages bad, dog. That's yikes. I cried when he died and I was in denial for the longest time, and I'm pretty sure I pretended to know what I was talking about. And I had insider information when I told people Ryan Dunn was faking his death for Jackass 4 as part of like the ultimate skit. Oh, yeah. See, I can't bear to see Ryan Dunn fly over the edge, so I keep stopping far too soon. Oh, okay.
Send me to hell.
Ooh, yikes.
Come on, give me a little tickle.
When Jackass 3, god damn it, dog.
Come
Actually,
on,
let's
give
go
me a
through
little
let
tickle.
me go through what Jackass means to me, because I think this may have been one of ooh, by a hair, Chris Pontius, fuck you.
Let's see what you got.
My obsession with this shit was probably my first autistic fixation, if we're being real. Yeah, there we go.
Bring it on.
I think I must have been like 8 years old, dog. Aw. Yeah!
Show me what you got. All right, let's go.
Yeah, there we go. Doogie's winning
All right,
this one.
let's go.
But yeah, I must have been at least 8 years old. I remember sneaking downstairs, and my older brother. Ooh, you know what? Best 4 out of 5. I'll take that. I'll take that. Um, I saw my older brother watching this shit, and I was instantly like fixated, dog. Because this was like early streamer shit. Like before streaming was a thing, these motherfuckers were doing. They had the same energy, and I think like probably adults at the time were like, "Wow, kids are psychopaths these days." But like, this was just good nature hurting yourself on camera, which might be a little psychopathic, but like, never other people really. Um, yes, Self-Destructo Bust. What a banger song. Um, but yeah, oh my god. Look how fucking chunky Ryan Dunn looks in this shit, dog. That's not my Ryan Dunn. Maybe after, you know? But that ain't my Ryan Dunn. But yeah, these motherfuckers insane. And I was like instantly fixated on the idea of being like, I didn't even want to be in Jackass. I wanted to do what they did. So it kind of got to a point where I was like, I was constantly brainstorming stunts. I think like probably one of the earlier instances of me wanting to make movies. Actually, yeah, no, that's about right. Earliest instance I could think of wanting to make movies is like brainstorming me doing dumb stunts and filming them. And I think by the time I was like 13, I was like doing dumb shit. My grandparents got me a camera, and I started doing dumb shit like that. And that's how I got my first concussion. I had like my little brother had a tricycle, and I was like, I'm gonna bomb that shit down a hill. I'm gonna just bomb this tiny ass tricycle. Too big, too small for me. I'm gonna bomb that bitch down a hill. And I had this little tiny, any skater or any wannabe skater kid had that shitty little fucking plastic ramp. It was good for getting like little bunny hops on a bike with, or maybe if you were good enough, you could launch off of it and do some air tricks and shit. But like, was not good at using that shit, and I put it at the bottom of this hill, and I remember thinking I was gonna hit that shit and fly, and it was gonna be funny, but it slid from underneath me, and I just smacked my fucking head off the concrete. Not as cool. So you gotta tip over 5 trash bins, grind a moving vehicle. Okay. Um, but yeah, that was like just one of many dumb Jackass ideas. I wish I still had the footage from this shit. I think another classic was we had in the house, it was like this giant staircase that was carpeted, and me and my brother would take boogie boards and drop in on the stairs and just eat shit. Which, like, when I think about today, why am I doing this? I already beat that one. I already beat those goals. Tip over 5 trash bins. Okay. Oh. Ooh, up, yep. That wasn't good. Sorry, done. But yeah, we were bombing boogie boards down the stairs, and I think at one point, like, my stepbrother put one of his friends in a sleeping bag, and he just, like, launched himself down the stairs. And I remember, like, I was filming this shit, and I was, like, showing it to people at my school. And when the teachers found it, they told my parents, and I had to delete the shit. But that's just the way it goes. That's just the way these things go. And it's fucked up, dog. Like, anytime I watch Jackass to this day, like, I still have that urge. I think it's how Johnny Knoxville feels when he looks at the bulls. If he goes to a farm and he sees a bull, he probably starts brainstorming ideas and then gets sad because he's like, I'm too old for this shit. Ooh. Okay, I don't think. Yep, I didn't hit any of the trash or enough of the trash cans. We'll restart that shit. But yeah, there's like this kind of weird thing now where I think. Oh. I think I would probably still film Jackass level stuff, but like no way at the level that they did, dog. Like I think as a kid you watch Jackass and you're like, oh man, like that's crazy they did that. Like they did that and they're all funny, and that take was so good. Like they got it. It just looks so great. But that shit was truly making a movie, and that like say Johnny Knoxville gets kicked in the nuts, but it doesn't look funny. They'll fucking do it again. You got me fucked up, dog. You got me all the way fucked up. You got me all the way fucked up if you think I'm doing stunts multiple times. Yeah, grinded a moving vehicle. I'll do it again, too. I need 2 more trash cans. Where are they? Oh my god. I feel like I'm running out of trash cans, guys. Oh. Alright, one more. One more. No, that was my last fucking chance. That was my last fucking chance. Yeah. I'm gonna have to just do it again. Bail into the Jackass RV. Huh? Let's see. What are some other Jackass facts? Some Jackass things I can talk about. Oh, I I used to have this friend named Garrett. I always wonder about him, and I wonder if his parents roast him for this, because like it seems like if this was something I got in trouble for, my parents would definitely not spare me in bringing it up every fucking time. Like we were watching Jackass, and they would be like, "Remember that time you wanted to be in it?" Some shit like that, you know. But this friend of mine, Garrett, we had this funny idea of like Jackass had the painful stunts, and then they had the like fucking with the public stunts. So we were like, oh, we're gonna do the fucking with the public stunts, and we were both young, we were kids, and he was like, oh, what if I like took my pants off and just ran through the neighborhood and scream in my underwear screaming for help? And I was like, dog, that'd be so funny. So we were filming him doing this in like all these different parts of the neighborhood, and wouldn't you know it, the cops got called on us. They got called pretty quickly, and then like this was all lost on us as kids, but we found out that like there was hella sex offenders in the neighborhood, so they thought it was like a legitimate thing, which honestly like funny skit for some kids to come up with, I will say, number one. Number two, I wish I would have filmed the whole interaction. Us talking to the cops and everything, dog, we would have been ahead of our fucking time. Okay, I think that's enough of that one. Um, I guess, you know, I'm gonna just talk for a second, give a quick life update. I don't know, nobody's watching this right now, and that's fair. It's, ugh. Did y'all hear that audio? I think this file might be a bit corrupted. I think this shit might be a bit corrupto. But I guess, you know, like in case anybody does watch this, I got a new, well, I got a new setup here. It's new place, new setup. Look, 28 years later on the wall. I think the last time I did a stream, I probably talked in great length about, no, I don't want to do this stunt. I want to, oops, yeah, that's why. I got a new place. I've been talking about 28 years later a lot. What else is new? Uh, Comedy's going great. Doing a lot of comedy lately. Got some gigs. I got booked on one tonight, actually. Not like a show tonight, but uh, somebody hit me up with an offer, and I was like, yeah, that sounds tight. So things are going well in that department, which is
Party boy.
nice. What's not nice is
Brazilian waxing just for
this is probably my least favorite parts of this game, and it's the Party Boy mini games, which are just rhythm-based games, as was the fashion in the mid 2000s, thanks to Guitar Hero and Dance Dance Revolution. The problem is that these don't really pose any challenge at all. Sometimes I fuck up because like my eyes hurt from watching this shit scroll so fast. It's like you're supposed to be like, Party Boy's the funny part of this, but your eyes are like not focused on him in the slightest, which might be for the best.
who wants to party?
I can't imagine there was a lot of adults buying this game. Like, sure, adults liked Jackass, but like, how many of them were buying the Jackass video game and having a riot with this shit? Uh-huh. Uh, 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 uh.
Don't be afraid of my package.
Yeah, bitch, ho, bitch, ho, bitch, ho, bitch, ho, bitch, bitch, ho, bitch, ho, try, up, X, down, try, up, circle, right, square, left, X, down, triangle, up, circle, right, just, yep, see, nope, shouldn't have done that.
You're making me feel
Uh-huh.
awkward. Where's your phone?
Yeah.
I've got a bit of hungry bum syndrome. You break that, you buy it.
Yeah, this shit goes on far too long. My head hurts.
Put your phone back on. Your nuggets
There's
are
no
hanging
tact
out.
to this rhythm-based programming in the slightest. It's kind of ass, but you know,
Got a Brazilian waxing just
you gotta do what you can with what you got, and they didn't have a lot. This also is like a great throwback to the era of PlayStation and just that generation and how they were fucking making games for everything, dog. For literally everything. Now, I'm gonna say this Golf Rally one, I hate. Some of these missions, the best way to describe it is like, some of them are really fun little mini games. They're great novelty for what the game is, and then some is just like, dog, it's a chore to get through. And Golf Rally is definitely one of those. This shit's fucking ass. But let's see, view goals. Knock down all flags, run down 5 attendants. Alright, we'll start with the flags. Oh my god, dog, this shit handles horribly too. Forgot about that part.
Hey, come back here.
Yeah, reminiscent of the infamous golf course antics of the Jackass crew. One of my favorite lines from that time is Johnny Knoxville blowing a horn, and some guy's like, "What's your issue? Are you stupid?" And I think he responds with like, "I have bursitis," and that's like a key example of the Jackass humor at its finest. It's like, what the fuck is bursitis, dog? Who knows what the fuck bursitis is? And that motherfucker did not have that shit. He didn't have that shit at all. Knock down 5 attendants.
Messing up the
I'll
ground.
probably get a couple of those in, yeah. Those aren't attendants, those are people. Oops. Those are patrons of this here golf course. I don't see any more of these people they speak of. Ooh, yeah, there we go. What's another one? Bail into the attendant's hut. Okay. Restart stunt. I'm ready. What's the attendant's hut? Boom. There we go. Bailed into it. Restart stunt. We're blasting through these. Run down 5 attendants, get 1.5 seconds of airtime. That should be easy. Alright, here we go. Oh, no. How's one supposed to get that much airtime? Oh, you just gotta get going, really. I think that's the key here. Oh my god, dog. Just when I think I'm getting some fucking air. Oh, that would have had it too if that wasn't my fucking... Ooh. Oh, nope, I see it. I see how to do this. Yeah, buddy. Oh, that wasn't it? That wasn't fucking it. There we go. You don't do that through skill in the slightest. You just do that through the power of janky mechanics. And I think that's really beautiful. Okay. You get the point of that one. It's not anything to write home about either, unfortunately. Do. Next episode. That's supposed to be Preston Lacey. Yeah, these videos are gonna be a little iffy.
The new season of Jackass got off to a shaky start yesterday when one of the motley crew pulled an impromptu prank that landed the director in the hospital. Apparently, the x-rays revealed a shattered fibula and a toy truck stuck in an unmentionable cavity.
Those morons have started shooting without me?
I want to check your shorts, big fella.
Yeah, so the introduction of Preston Lacey as a playable character. Which is cool, I guess. We'll start with nothing. The shit just keeps corrupting. That's my apologies, y'all.
Elephant poo dive.
Elephant poo dive. I would be curious to know if, like, if there was passion made with this game, like if this was made by people from MTV that genuinely was like, let's make a good Jackass game, or if this is like through and through cash grab, because to me, like, these are pretty decent representations of some of their more famous skits. Like, everybody remembers the poo dive. That was my personal best score in the poo dive. And that's all I needed, so hey. Like, this is what I mean, dog. You could just breeze through this shit. If you have, like, a lazy Sunday, you could definitely beat this game. You just kind of have to have patience. If you're 100%ing it, it gets old pretty quick. Suburban Catapult. This is always a hard one for me. It's a hard one. Suburban Catapult. This isn't really reminiscent of any Jackass stunt I could think of. But this is definitely something they would do. Maybe just into a lake and not into hard physical surfaces. Land in the pool. Travel more than 10 yards. Smash 2 objects. Hit the old car trunk. Alright, you know what? We're just gonna... One thing I definitely remember about this one is you just gotta start shooting and you get a feel for where you're supposed to go. Oh, look at that. First try. That one's always a fucking real pain in the ass. Not this time. Oh. Okay. Ooh, nope. I don't know. I was aiming for the greenhouse, but the pool wouldn't be bad either. All right. All right, here goes nothing. Oh. Nothing for that? I get nothing. Greenhouse. Yeah. Cut my shit open. Let the camera get back in focus. Here we go. Smash the glass house. Smash 2 objects. Travel more than 10 yards after landing. Don't know how to go about that one. Oh. Where's he going with it? Ooh, torn scrotum, shattered clavicle. I can handle these. Ooh, land in that pool, baby. Damn, I was close. I was close. I remember, so like I looked up to these guys. I think I knew that they were notorious drunks. I remember seeing a video of them in the early MySpace days, and they were in a hotel, drunk as fuck. So I was all like, okay, these guys drink, but I never knew the extent of like their drug use and such. I think a little while ago when Bam Margera was like in the midst of his meltdown, I listened to a podcast that was like his old homies from Viva La Bam, and they basically just kind of revealed that Bam Margera had been doing meth because he like developed an addiction to speed during Jackass 2, and that was kind of the beginning of the end for him. And that kind of fucked me up. The transitional, like when the party was over for Jackass, that's when shit was at its saddest. Steve-O had like a notorious breakdown of sorts. Oh shit, what was it called? Steve-O's Demise and Rise. Steve-O's meltdown was so bad, and I think at this point in time, MTV was hurting for something Jackass related so bad that they literally aired the documentary about Steve-O's like shitty ass drug addiction and the rehabilitation they put him through. It's a very dark thing to watch and air on MTV. Like, if you're used to seeing this man hit his nuts, and then it immediately cuts to like a documentary where they're like, yeah, this guy was huffing nitrous and like threatening to kill his neighbors and then himself, and it took them like bullying him into rehab and almost like costed him his role. Like, it was a very eye-opening documentary, but like, goddamn, dog. These motherfuckers were far too famous for their own good, and then like once they got to that period of time where like the party was over and shit was not in their favor anymore. Like,
It's rock and roll time, fellas.
just dark times. And part of those dark times nobody brings up is the failed attempts to integrate these guys into like normal Hollywood. Like, I mean, Johnny Knoxville is in a lot of movies and probably will be. Like, he's an actor. Go. Yeah. No, 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 no. Is it just me? Oh, I got excited. But yeah, like, they tried to put Bam in movies, and I don't think Bam like cares about like being in stuff that he doesn't create. So it would just be like cameo roles and stuff. I remember seeing like commercials of Bam Margera when I was younger. I remember seeing him in like this water commercial. And I remember when I looked it up, the water was made by like the singer of Him's friend. It was like something like that. It was some very fried shit. But when the Jackass hype died down, Steve-O got his own show called Dr. Steve-O. And it was like, kind of think like My Strange Addictions or something of that nature. Oh my god, dog, I almost had you. No. I almost had him, dog. Almost had you. But yeah, Dr. Steve-O was like, think like My Strange Addictions, where like 3 guys would reveal their like biggest fears to Steve-O for some fucked up reason. And Steve-O, who was like at the height of his drug addiction at this point in time, like would show up and be like, "So I heard you're scared of swimming," and then he would just drop you in the middle of a fucking like river. Or I think this guy was scared of heights and scared of swimming, and Steve-O straight up like made him jump off of a tall diving board, which is like, you know, you got to get over your fear. I just don't think Steve-O high on nitrous should be the one to do it. And I think that didn't even last a full season before it got canceled, but I remember I used to get off of school and like wait for that shit to air, and it was so fucking bad, dog. It was such a bad game. I can't even like put into words how bad it was, or bad show. It was just like none of that like edgy Jackass or CKY or even Steve-O. Like Steve-O had his own home video series similar to like Jackass and CKY, but like all that energy was fucking missing, dog. And it was just like, this is Steve-O. He's the hit star of a crazy reality show where he does anything he wants type shit. You know, it was just very corny and very fucking like, it was bad. It was bad. And then I think like before Ryan Dunn died, they had him doing a game show of sorts. And if I'm not mistaken, Steve-O had a game show. I think it was Steve-O. Steve-O had a game show that was kind of like Fear Factor, but in front of a live audience. And it was like kind of a cool concept, but I think the show just didn't get like clearance to do a lot of cool shit. Like the first episode was like, oh, you have these people and they have to like walk through a giant thing of like worms, and then they have to like, it was like some really mild shit, but you're doing it to people that have like no pain tolerance and get freaked out easy, so it was like kind of excusable, right? But then every episode that season had them doing that to the contestants, so you're just, I think like the first time I watched it I was like, okay, maybe they'll get better over the episodes, over the weeks, and it didn't. It was just like the same thing for every contestant. No! No! God damn it. But yeah, it was, that was a bad dark time. And I don't know where this game falls into that mix. This has to be like after Jackass 2, right? I think it must be.
Show me what you got.
But I remember like
Who wants some?
when I was, ooh,
I'm surrounded by morons.
okay. Yeah, you're off the edge.
It's rock and roll time, fellas.
Yeah, go. Oh, did that guy survive? I think that guy survived. Of course he did. Yeah, you gotta go, bud. Like the whole like Jackass era, that shit was just tight as fuck, dog. Like Steve-O had his MySpace account, and then there was, yeah, yeah, you fell first, so I got that achievement, man. Fuck you, I got that shit. Steve-O was doing his shit on the internet, so you could just like tune into MySpace and watch him like hitting nitrous cartridges and smoking cigarettes on planes or jumping off the top of hotels into the pools. It was some crazy shit.
It's rock and roll time, fellas. I'm surrounded by a bunch of idiots. It's rock and roll time, fellas.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Ryan Dunn, no. Ryan Dunn, no. We can't. Oh wait, what are my other goals here? Do 1 lap without being hit. Okay, here we go. Is that what you wanted, boss? Yeah. 1 lap. I'll take that. Get over $1,000 in injuries. I don't know how you do that.
It's rock and roll time, fellas.
I'm not gonna do that one. That seems like a stupid one. To further my Jackass autistic fixation, I used to have, or I still have it. I don't think it's as updated. I fell off towards the end because it was getting really depressing, but easily like 3-4 gigabytes of my documentation of Bam Margera's meltdown era. Just all his crash outs and when he was on meth, like posting on Instagram. I think for the most part, people were kind of unaware of how bad Bam Margera had been. Because like Ryan Dunn died and dude just like dipped out of the spotlight altogether. But nobody understood that that man was going full tweaker mode. Wait, when heaving. What the fuck is going? Oh, okay. Yep. We're gonna restart this. But yeah, nobody was really understanding how down bad Bam Margera was, and when it finally became like known, it was like Bam Margera's Instagram account that had been inactive for years just randomly starts posting again, and it's like everybody in the comments is like, "When's Viva La Bam hitting Netflix, dude? We need that." And he's just like seeing demons, dog. He was not doing good. And I don't know like the full beginning of it, but basically where it really starts coming to a head is like Bam Margera's just constantly like posting like fuck mom and dad, fuck Ape, fuck Phil. Brandon Novak, who was in Viva La Bam, he got sober and was like exploiting his Jackass fame and doing motivational talks, and Bam had beef with him. So it was just like this whole thing where like Bam's like kind of crashing out and like not doing good. And then I don't know, like the man made his own like not language. He made, I mean, if you want to get technical, he made a font. He didn't make a language because it is just going from like A to Z. But he came up with his own symbols for things, and he understands it, apparently. It looks like complete fucking gibberish, but like there's videos of him writing in it and shit. So it's just like he was like off the deep end hard. And there was like all these rumors of Jackass 4 happening. Destroy the house. That's easy. There we go. There was like all these rumors of Jackass 4 happening, and I guess around the time they started doing or filming it, like Bam was like full blown crazy. He was like in and out of rehabs. from Bam's recounting of the whole situation, the motherfucker was told that like for him to get paid and be involved in Jackass 4, he couldn't be drinking, he couldn't do drugs or anything like that. But he smoked a cigarette. Or no, that was the rehab story. Basically, like, he did one of his medications. It tested positive for it, and he, like, needed it for anxiety. And they kicked him out because they were like, you're not allowed to have any of your medication because you're a drug addict. So it was, like, kind of like a weird gray area. But also, like, during his, like, meltdowns, Bam Margera was straight calling Knoxville and Tremaine the hard R. Just calling him the N-word with the hard R and saying that he's like, Knoxville and Tremaine raped me, which is like, you don't come back from that. You just don't come back from something like that, unfortunately. Many such cases. But yeah, I had a whole Google Drive document of oops, I biffed that one. But yeah, now that it seems as though Bam Margera is doing better, which is entertaining to see because now that he is better, he's like still kind of on tweaker activities, but just like the man just wants to skate, and that's what he's doing now. So I guess like he's happy, but it's the things he's been getting himself involved in is just fried, dog. He was in Fish Tank, which is like, if you don't know what the fuck Fish Tank is, it's a kind of an alternative reality show. It's a weird, terminally online spin on reality shows, and Bam happened to be the host of it, which I think everybody was like, oh, like, let's get Bam there and we'll laugh at him and shit because he's washed. But it proved to be enjoyable. It was tight. But Bam definitely had it the darkest out of everyone in that shit, dog. Like, your friend dies, you get addicted to meth, and your friends leave you, and the thing that you helped create just gets kind of stripped from you. And everybody on the internet's like, oh, he's just a crazy wreck, dog. You try getting kicked in the nuts and come out normal. Dude's been famous since he was 8. Yeah. I think it's hard to talk enough to circumvent the fucking copyright and play this goddamn game. Not gonna lie to you. See, like, some of this shit, dog. Why is it telling me? Okay. Destroy the house, destroy the vehicle, destroy the house with a jackass. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Which one is one that I didn't mind? You know what, Suburban Catapult we can go ahead and try to get back into the swing of. Okay. Travel more than 10 yards after landing. Smash 2 objects. Smash 2 objects.
Whoa! Oh!
I'm not even gonna lie, dog. I just wanted to show some Jackass. I'm probably gonna end it there. This is getting fucking exhausting. pretending that this game is more than just surface level fun and worth trying to do. But yeah, that's kind of the point of this game. Oh god, that was horrible. You know what I'm saying? That's the Jackass video game. It's not that good. It's not that bad. Weird in between. That lands on mediocre, and that's okay. Not everything needed to be great back then. That's just the way these things were. My name's Duke Nukem, and I hope you fuckers have a good night.